Okay. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Live from the third largest city in the United States of America. It is The Drive with Mario Smith. I am Mario Smith. Thank you for being here. And I hope that your weekend was as fun as mine was. Not as much fun as my man Jay Bliss, who we're going to try to connect with. He is somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Jay Bliss, are you there, sir?
Kind of. I mean, I'm probably on a delay. My connection is not very good.
No, I think you're okay.
Okay. Well,
I think
you
you're
let me know if
okay.
it starts to get bad. I couldn't the outro video or the intro video, all that stuff was just like on a permanent freeze on my end. So as long as it's good on your end, that's all that matters. And as long as the audience can see everything, we're good.
So far, so good. Just to explain to everybody, including our Backchannel.tv family, Gliss and his dad are enjoying some father-son time on a boat while Mario is here in Chicago, freezing. But that's not why you called, because I wasn't invited to the boat.
It's pretty
So
cold here
it's
so
really
far. I mean, in Florida. I mean, I think it's going to get warmer once we head south a little bit, but
head out. Yeah, yeah. What city of Florida are you in? Were you in Miami?
we're in Fort Lauderdale.
Sweet. I love it down there. That's nice. So everybody that's in the chat today, and by the way, thank you so much for being part of the program. That's Amanda in Vermont, and Deborah McIntosh in California, Verona in New Hampshire, Sunny in Indiana, Bella in Virginia, Nathan, and sometimes C in Texas, J Lo in New York, Cole in South Carolina, and Marquise in Washington. We appreciate you guys being there. Today might end up being me and you guys. So active in the chat today is a good day to do it. You can ask your Amazon supported devices just by saying the word say, let me in the chat on the drive with Mario Smith. Right? If you're watching on YouTube, you can just get in on the chat there in their chat section. So yes, man, everything seems to be okay.
We're running. The captain's making an announcement.
Of course he is, because this is when you make the announcements. I'm interested. What is he saying?
Well, so you got to do a mandatory safety check-in, and over 800 passengers have not done that yet. So we're not going anywhere until that happens.
Wow. Sweet. And he's mad. I can tell. He's not happy. He's really ready to get the hell out of Florida. He's ready to go.
Well, I mean, they've been making the announcements for about 3 hours now. The numbers are slowly dwindling. It was, I think, 1,500 about an hour and a half ago. So
the most exciting thing I'm doing is I've got food in my slow cooker that should, if I time this out right, will be ready once the show is over.
Well, yeah, you know what's funny is I've seen lots of people in line to get drinks, but apparently they haven't done their safety checks, so we're not gonna.
Oh wow,
we're not gonna go anywhere.
Maybe I'll have you here for the whole show then, before you cast away.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So much to talk about, and there's like breaking news, all kinds of stuff. But I am interested today in the chat. What I'm interested in the most is, how did you spend your Super Bowl Sunday? How did you spend your Super Bowl Sunday? Hit us in the chat with that, and I am mad curious as to how you did it. I went to some friend's house. There was pizza, and we had like food and all kinds of cool stuff, and it was really good people. There was this cake. It was a Black Forest cake that my friend Shannon made. She is an amazing, she's amazing. She's amazing, period, but she's amazing. And this Black Forest cake, if I was involved with someone, I would have married them yesterday. That's all I'm saying. It was a Super Bowl dream come true, this delicious Black Forest cake. Been talking about it all day. On today's show, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and Joe Biden and things of that nature. We're going to start off with the headlines. And there is a breaking news headline, courtesy of CNN. The judge in Sarah Palin's defamation suit against the New York Times says he will dismiss her case. Judge Jed Rakoff, the judge overseeing former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, said this afternoon that he will dismiss the suit, ruling Palin's team did not prove a key element of its case. Rakoff's ruling came while the jury is deliberating over a verdict, and Rakoff said he will allow the jury to continue deliberating and to reach a verdict and will dismiss the case once it has done so. So again, a judge in the Sarah Palin defamation suit against the New York Times has ruled that he will dismiss the case even after the jury comes back with a verdict. There's a sliver of hope in the UK, in the Kremlin Ukraine standoff. The Kremlin signaled Monday it is ready to keep talking with the West about security grievances that led to the current Ukraine crisis, offering hope that Russia might not invade its beleaguered neighbor within days as the U.S. and European allies increasingly fear. Questions remain about Russian President Vladimir Putin's intentions, however, and countries are evacuating diplomats and on alert for possible imminent war amid the worst East-West tensions since the Cold War. A jury has been seated in the Ahmaud Arbery killing trial, the hate crimes trial for Ahmaud Arbery. Jury with 3 black members was sworn in today for the federal hate crimes trial of the white man previously convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, whose killing, prosecutors will argue, was motivated by racism. U.S. District Court Judge Lisa Godbey Wood and attorneys in the case discussed the racial makeup of the jury after its members were narrowed Monday morning from a pool of 36 to a main jury of 12 plus 4 alternates. The trial was scheduled to begin this afternoon with prosecutors and attorneys for the 3 defendants giving their opening statements. And finally, in Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has decided to invoke emergency powers across all of Canada to quell the protests by demonstrators who have paralyzed Ottawa and blocked border crossings in anger over the country's COVID-19 restrictions, a senior government official said today. The Prime Minister met virtually with the leaders of Canada's provinces and planned to address the nation late this afternoon. In recent days, Trudeau rejected calls to use the military, but otherwise said, quote, all options are on the table, close quote, to end the protests, including invoking the Emergencies Act, which gives the government broad powers to restore order. The government official who confirmed Trudeau's plans gave no immediate details on precisely how Trudeau intends to use his emergency authority. The official is not authorized to discuss the matter publicly and spoke on the condition of anonymity. And those are the headlines at the top of the hour here on The Drive with Mario Smith. When we come back, if we're able to do a transition, we're going to come back and we'll talk to Bliss a little bit. And then, and there it is, Tay Black Forest Cake. You better know it. We'll be back with The Drive in a second. If we don't go away, though, we'll come right back and just finish talking and try to get Bliss back up. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. My man Jay Bliss is on a boat, but the boat hasn't left the shore yet. He's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He will be popping in and out from time to time. I see he has a mask on now. Apparently, they're about to go into outer space. Plans have changed.
I'm trying to be courteous. They're setting up a bar just to the right of me. So yeah, I'm just trying to be a good cruiser.
Can you cruiser? Can you get us some drinks, please? A thirsty man. I am.
That's what I'm saying. I have like front row seats as soon as they get this thing set up. So.
Is there anybody that can hear me talking to you?
No, because no, they can't hear you because I have my headphones in.
Oh, because I would have been all in on screwing with them for a few minutes.
Yeah, they're doing a good job setting up over here. I'm lucky that no one was in here yet, because a couple people have walked in, like they're like, oh, they're setting up a bar in here.
Nice. They're like, yeah, it's time. I've already ate everything I could possibly put in my stomach. Time to drink.
Yeah, and there's a lot. The first big show is the theater's right outside this door, so I think a lot of people are passing by over here trying to get in line for the first show. So,
oh well, that's cool. Sounds like things are starting to get going. Maybe those 800 people are going to show up, and you'll be able to take off.
I guess the show will start whether we leave the dock or not, I guess.
Oh yeah, they don't care. They'll leave without them. It'll be a big ass boat with you and your dad just cruising along to the Bahamas and back.
That's right.
Man, I'm glad you get a chance to get away though. That's kind of cool. I am a fan of that. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Hopefully I'll be able to talk with you about it later. Real quick though, there was everybody I've talked to has said the same thing about the Super Bowl. Actually, two things. One, referees missed so many calls, yet managed to get themselves in that game toward the end. And why did Mary J. Blige pick the song she picked?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, we talked a little off the record about that. I felt like, because she got 2 songs, so I felt like they could have done a little more with that. So I felt like something to show her voice off a little more. Maybe something slow and something faster. Yeah.
Since they had most of the cast of Power there, they could have just brought Method Man out, and they could have did "You're All I Need," and that would have been great.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of my thing. Is like there's so much, such a heavy lineup of like hip hop all stars. Like why not, let her slow it down for a minute, like break it up a little bit. I kind of felt like that would have been a good moment to do that and let her do her thing. But
I also kind of wanted them to do something together. I'm now more confused than I was before. I thought the idea was that they were all going to perform an actual song together.
Right. Yeah.
Which would have been very interesting.
That would have been cool. There was rumors at one point that they were possibly going to do something together, like make like a track together or something like that. But I mean, I guess it'd be hard to get all those people on one track.
But then again, uh-oh.
There's the captain. Sorry, I'll let you go. I'll come back and sing it.
All right, cool. Yeah. We don't want Captain Steubing to kick my man off the boat. for you younger folks, Captain Steubing, the Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. Yeah, you get it. Oh, happy Valentine's Day to our friends who go for that sort of thing. I keep looking at Tete's comment for Black Forest cake. Man, that cake was delicious. Don't think it wasn't. So let's get on with it. And again, thank you all for being here on the drive today. Thank you to everybody who's checking us out on backchannel.tv on your Amazon. Whoa! On your Amazon supported. What was that? On your Amazon supported device. And hey, there's the maker of the Black Forest cake, Shannon. I love you too. Happy Valentine's Day to you. That Black Forest cake was delicious. Oh my goodness gracious. Everybody, it had a chocolate bark. What? Chocolate bark? Jeez. It had a chocolate bark. So good. Guess who didn't take any home? Could have used that cake right now. That cake gets you in trouble. That cake will get someone married. I'm telling you. It was that good. So good. So good. Thanks for watching us on your Backchannel.tv, on your Amazon supported devices, and on YouTube. And we appreciate it. Tell people to go to Backchannel.tv. They can get in the chat there too. And they can also leave a comment about the show. We love reading your comments about the program and you telling us what's working and what isn't working. And we will listen to you. For real. Right before the Super Bowl, the United States did something that scared me, and I'm glad I didn't find out until after I had some guacamole. They suspended avocado imports from Mexico. Mexico has acknowledged that the U.S. government has suspended all imports of Mexican avocados after a U.S. plant safety inspector in Mexico received a threat. The surprise suspension was confirmed late Saturday on the eve of the Super Bowl, the biggest sales opportunity of the year for Mexican avocado growers, though it would not affect game day consumption since those avocados had already been shipped. Avocado exports are the latest victim of the drug cartel turf battles, great, and extortion of avocado growers in the western state of Michoacan, I think that's how you pronounce it, the only state in Mexico fully authorized to export the U.S. product, or the U.S. to the U.S. market. If I mispronounced that, please forgive me. My Espanol, muy poquito Espanol. My uncle's from Venezuela, but I don't know that much Spanish. The U.S. government suspended all imports of Mexican avocados until further notice after a U.S. plant safety inspector in Mexico received a threatening message, Mexico's Agriculture Department said in a statement. U.S. health authorities made the decision after one of their officials who was carrying out inspections in Uruapan, Michoacan, received a threatening message on his official cell phone, the department wrote. The import ban came on the day that the Mexican Avocado Growers and Packers Association unveiled its Super Bowl ad this year. Mexican exporters have taken out the pricey ads for almost a decade in a bid to associate guacamole as a Super Bowl tradition. This year's ad shows Julius Caesar and a rough bunch of gladiator fans outside what appears to be the Coliseum, soothing their apparent violent differences by enjoying guacamole and avocados. The association did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the ban, which hits an industry with almost $3 billion in annual exports. However, avocados for this year's Super Bowl had already been exported in the weeks prior to the event. Because the United States also grows avocados, U.S. inspectors work in Mexico to ensure exported avocados don't carry diseases that could hurt U.S. crops. It was only in 1997 that the U.S. lifted a ban on Mexican avocados that had been in place since 1914 to prevent a range of weevils, scabs, and pests from entering U.S. orchids or orchards. What is wrong with me today and every day? The inspectors work for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Animal, and Plant Health Inspection Services, do the work to keep the avocados safe. It's not the first time that violence in Michoacan, where the Jalisco cartel is fighting turf wars against a collection of local gangs known as the United Cartels, has threatened avocados, the state's most lucrative crop. After a previous incident in 2019, the USDA had warned about the possible consequences of attacking or threatening U.S. inspectors. In August 2019, a U.S. Department of Agriculture team of inspectors was directly threatened in a town just west of Uruapan. I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. Ziacuritiro, a town just west of Uruapan. While the agency didn't specify what happened, local authorities say a gang robbed the truck the inspectors were traveling in at gunpoint. The USDA wrote in a letter at that time that for future situations that result in a security breach or demonstrate an imminent physical threat to the well-being of APHIS personnel, we will immediately suspend program activities. Wow. So, did you get your guacamole yesterday? I hope you did, because it sounds like guacamole is going to go way up. It's going to be a pricey situation if you're trying to get that guac going on your avocados or whatever, however you make it or eat avocados. I'm trying to figure out, has there ever been a time? Oh, I guess there hasn't, because if they had them banned since 1914, I never knew about that, and it came as such a shock. I know where I shop here in town. Guacamole is already way too much money, and I won't say the name of the store, but it's way too much money. So it's going to be like $10 for a sizable portion of guacamole. I don't want that. We're talking about Valentine's Day a little bit, and everybody associates Valentine's Day with, when you're a little kid and you're in school, you give your person you're trying to get their attention, you give them a little card, and it's like, oh, happy Valentine's Day, and then there's candy and all that stuff. Well, I hate to be the guy to kill the fun of Valentine's Day, but I'm going to do it. This is a story courtesy of NPR. Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face fealty, but the origins of this festival of candy and cupids are actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. Though no one has pinpointed the exact origin of the holiday, one place to start is ancient Rome, as where all weird holidays start, apparently. The Roman celebrations were violent. From February 13th to 15th, the Romans celebrated the Feast of Lupercalia. The men sacrificed a goat and a dog, then whipped women with the hides of the animals they had just slain. The Roman romantics, quote, were drunk. They were naked, close quote. Noel Lenski, now a religious studies professor at Yale, told NPR in 2011. Young women would actually line up for the men to hit them, Lenski said. They believed this would make them fertile. The brutal fete included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women from a jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right. Wow. The ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February 14, of different years in the 3rd century AD. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of Saint Valentine's Day. As the holiday spread, it evolved. Pope Gelasius II muddled things in the 5th century by combining St. Valentine's Day with Lupercalia to expel the pagan rituals. But the festival was more of a theatrical interpretation of what it had once been. Lenski added, quote, it was a little more of a drunken revel, but the Christians put clothes back on it. That didn't stop it from being a day of fertility and love, close quote. Around the same time, the Normans celebrated Gallatin's Day. Gallatin meant lover of women. That was likely confused with St. Valentine's Day at some point, in part because they sounded like Gallatin, Valentine. Okay. As the years went on, the holiday grew sweeter. Chaucer and Shakespeare romanticized it in their work, and it gained popularity throughout Britain and the rest of Europe. Handmade paper cards became the tokens du jour in the Middle Ages. Eventually, the tradition made its way to the New World. The Industrial Revolution ushered in factory-made cards in the 19th century, and in 1913, Hallmark Cards of Kansas City, Missouri began mass-producing Valentines. February has not been the same since. Today, the holiday is big business, but that commercialization has spoiled the day for many. Helen Fisher, a sociologist at Rutgers, said, we have only ourselves to blame. Quote, this isn't a command performance. If people didn't want to buy Hallmark cards, they would not be bought, and Hallmark would go out of business. Close quote. And so the celebration of Valentine's Day goes on in varied ways. Many will break the bank buying jewelry and flowers for their beloveds. Some will celebrate in a SAD, that's Single Awareness Day, dining alone and binging on self-gifted chocolates, while others find a way to make peace with singlehood in a society that wants everyone to partner up. You know, that makes me wonder. There was an event many years ago, I want to say in our great city. I'm going to pull it up right now, which kind of talked a bit about St. Valentine's Day. It's called the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and it happened in 1929 on the north side of Chicago. So, there's that. 7 people and associates of Chicago's North Side Gang died on this day in 1929. The men were gathered at a Lincoln Park, Chicago garage on the morning of February 14, 1929. They were lined up against a wall and shot by 4 unknown assailants, 2 dressed as police officers. The incident resulted from the struggle to control organized crime in the city during Prohibition between the Irish Northsiders, headed by George Bugs Moran, and their Italian Chicago outfit rivals, led by Al Capone. The perpetrators have never been conclusively identified, but former members of the Egan's Rats gang working for Capone are suspected of a role, as are members of the Chicago Police Department who allegedly wanted revenge for the killing of a police officer's son. A bloody mess. If you've ever seen pictures of it, you know I'm not lying. Hello, Hal, in Florida. You might be on that boat with Gliss. Gliss, anybody down there named Hal messing around with you on the boat?
I don't think so.
All right.
I haven't seen anyone yet.
Captain, stop talking. Captain gave you guys a break. He's good.
Yeah, he gave us a break. They were testing the emergency system to make sure everyone understood what that means.
It sounds like they're moving plates around. Is food coming?
No, that's the bar. They're setting up the bar over there.
Oh, well, hey, bartenders. Look, give me something and give my man something. Put it on my tab. I love the bartenders. Thank you, bartenders. Yes, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Gliss. That happened, bro.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not much of a Valentine's Day person.
I made the mistake many years ago. Let me tell Uncle Mario tell you all a story real quick. I made the mistake of giving my girlfriend, and then at the time, this big ass dog, stuffed dog thing. I'm almost 6 feet tall. Well, I am like 5'11". This thing had to be 5 feet tall. I bought flowers. I made dinner. I did all kinds of crap. And she just kind of looked at me and was like, meh. So I hate Valentine's Day, and I always have since then. I used to be far more involved when I was a younger, talented man, giving Valentines to girls at my grammar school. I'm just saying, that was years ago. Hello, Miss Pulliam. Uncle Mario, indeed. And Bentley has joined the stream. Bentley's in Pennsylvania. Hal's in Florida. Bentley's in Pennsylvania. We got our folks. Bentley and Hal, how did you guys spend Super Bowl Sunday? Oh, even better, what did you guys eat on Super Bowl Sunday? I'm always curious as to how people ruin their diets on that day, because it's not hard to do. Sad news from the music world. The drummer of all drummers, Mr. Howard Grimes, the backbone of Memphis Soul, passed away at the age of 80. Mr. Grimes was a mainstay of the Memphis, Tennessee soul scene. He died Saturday of kidney failure at St. Francis Hospital in Memphis. Again, he was 80. His death was confirmed by his bandmate, Scott Bomar of the Bo Keys. As a drummer for High Records house band, the High Rhythm section in the 70s, Grimes worked closely with artists including Al Green, Ann Peebles, and Otis Clay, among others. His beats on songs, including Al Green's Let's Stay Together and Ann Peebles' I Can't Stand the Rain, served as crucial foundation for the burgeoning Memphis soul sound of the era. Grimes was affectionately nicknamed the Bulldog for his notoriously steady beat behind the drum kit, a name he earned from mentor and High Records founder Willie Mitchell. Quote Mr. Grimes, Willie Mitchell told me, you know, Howard, when you play, I can hear you coming. Grimes told the Memphis Flyer in 2021, who added that he was alternately dubbed Pup and Dog in sessions. I didn't know what he was talking about, but when I cut a track, he said, I can hear you coming, that foot. Willie was very distinct on listening to musicians. That's how I learned so much. Growing up in North Memphis in a household that regularly played the music of jazz artists, including Duke Ellington and Cannonball Adderley, Grimes was inspired to become a drummer after seeing a biopic of big band drummer Gene Krupa on television. Before joining the High Rhythm section, Grimes was a regular performer in Memphis clubs and the drummer on several early Stax record releases in the 1960s. High Records was sold in 1977, and in the 80s, as Grimes described to commercial appeal in 2021, he began to struggle professionally and became homeless. I was dying and I had this out-of-body experience, Grimes told the outlet. I got up and I was in a dark cave and I saw a light through this tunnel. And I heard a voice say, walk to the light. He said, you have obeyed me well. I am sending you back. In later years, Grimes performed as a member of the Bo Keys. And in 2021, he released his autobiography, Timekeeper, My Life in Rhythm, chronicling his life and career as an artist who left an indelible mark on the musical legacy of his hometown. My beat is the backbone of the Memphis sound, he wrote in his biography. The rhythm of this city runs through my heart. I'm connected to the music in this city. The old masters I played with that I came up under, they told me to listen to them, to tell what's happened and remember. They told me to tell the truth for them after they've gone. They've almost all gone. Mr. Grimes, if you get a chance today, check out Let's Stay Together by Al Green if you need to know who Howard Grimes was. That's a big one. Howard Grimes did at the age of 80. So apparently in the Kremlin, because everybody's like, oh God, World War III is coming. Slow down. Not yet. Scary, yes, but I don't think that's happening. And that's just me talking. I don't know anything. I'm not involved in any of the discussions between the Kremlin and the United States. But it seems a little bit of a ways off. The Kremlin signaled Monday that it is ready to keep talking with the West about security grievances that led to the current Ukraine crisis, offering hope that Russia might not invade its beleaguered neighbor within days as the U.S. and European allies increasingly fear. On a last ditch diplomatic trip, Germany's chancellor said there are no sensible reasons for the buildup of more than 130,000 Russian troops on Ukraine's borders to the north, south, and east, and he urged more dialogue. Britain's prime minister said Europe is on the edge of a precipice, but added there is still time for President Putin to step back. France's foreign minister Jean-Yves Le Drian told French television that all elements were in place for a strong Russian offensive, but nothing shows today that Putin has decided to launch one. Despite warnings from Washington, London, and elsewhere that Russian troops could move on Ukraine as soon as Wednesday, Monday's meeting between Putin and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, yep, suggested otherwise. At the sessions with Putin, Lavrov argued that Moscow should hold more talks with the U.S. and its allies, despite their refusal to consider Russia's main security demands. Moscow, which denies it has any plans to invade Ukraine, wants Western guarantees that NATO won't allow Ukraine and other former Soviet countries to join as members. It also wants the alliance to halt weapons deployments to Ukraine and roll back its forces from Eastern Europe, demands flatly rejected by the West. I get it. I mean, I do. I totally understand it. But at some point, don't you need to, this does not need to happen. This just doesn't need to happen. I don't think it's going to, personally. I think the United States forever involved in something. I think the United States, the influence of cutting off a lot of what Russia needs through diplomatic means and through sanctions and things like that will have far more of an impact than trying to endorse another side in this war that hasn't happened yet. It would probably be wise for all parties involved to consider the alternative of starting a big war in Europe. It is interesting, though, that how do I say this without getting in trouble? It's interesting that the people most interested in this conflict could easily just put sanctions on Russia and the Russians will pull back because people need to eat. And I'm telling you, I know it from experience. They've done it before. You take the food away and everybody calms down a little bit. But we'll see. We talked about it earlier. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has decided to invoke his emergency powers across all of Canada to quell the protests by demonstrators who have paralyzed Ottawa and blocked border crossings in anger over the country's COVID-19 restrictions. And there's that. Shouldn't the U.S. be a little bit concentrating on that? Like, hey, Justin, hey, buddy, that's old buddy Biden here. What the hell's going on? Shouldn't that be more of a concern? Our border is being tied up by Canadians who are mad at something that the U.S. doesn't have anything to do with. But the president of the United States is really concerned about everything that's happening thousands of miles away when the border is right there between Detroit and Ottawa. It's Windsor is right. It's a line. I'm just saying, just a little bit of activity is too much activity on the Canadian border. And if I could ever remember the name of that John Candy movie, oh, it was there in my head for a second when they faked the Canadian invasion.
Is that a Canadian Bacon?
I think that's it.
That might be it.
I think that's it. Craziness. What's up, Gary T? He says, yeah, Syl Johnson, who I made his transition last week. Howard Grimes played with him as well, and his recordings are on the High label. And the High label was one of the fun record labels. I used to like looking at record labels. Anyway, hey Biden, pay attention to that, my friend. Far more important, this Canadian border issue. TJ says he thought he heard the U.S. offered assistance to Canada. I'm sure they did, but I mean, you know, I get the whole Ukraine thing. That is very important. But on your border. And Biden has been like, hey man, come on, man. And it's no time for Dr. Janarian to be super cool. I need you to do something. Hey, Rhonda, welcome. You're in Texas. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Truly appreciate you. We've got time for one more before we get ready to talk about other things. Let me see here. I'm trying to get a good one for you guys. This is not the best news in the world. Ivan Reitman, the producer of Ghostbusters, he was also a director. He passed away at the age of 75. Just heard an interview with him not a couple of weeks ago. He produced everything from Animal House to Ghostbusters, passed away at the age of 75. He died peacefully in his sleep Saturday night at his home in Montecito, California. His family told the AP. Known for bawdy comedies that caught the spirit of their time, Reitman's big break came with the raucous college fraternity send of National Lampoon's Animal House, which he produced. He directed Bill Murray in his first starring role in the summer camp flick Meatballs, and then again in 1981's Stripes. But his most significant success came with 1984's Ghostbusters. Not only did the irreverent supernatural comedy starring Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, and Rick Moranis gross nearly $300 million nationwide and earned 2 Oscar nominations, spawned a veritable franchise, including spin-offs, television shows, and a new movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, that opened this past year. His son, filmmaker Jason Reitman, directed that. He also directed Private Parts. He directed Twins, Kindergarten Cop, Dave Jr., 6 Days, 7 Nights. He produced Beethoven, Old School, and Euro Trip, and Up in the Air. And there is nothing about Private Parts in this story. That's wild. Ivan Reitman dead at the age of 75. That is one there for the records. All right, let's check in on Bliss. He is in Florida on a boat, hopefully getting drinks. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right, I'm checking on you, man.
My connection it's like right now it's actually green. That's
you sound you look great. It
looks like
it looks perfect.
I have like my own background here.
I'm saying better than my background.
Sitting in this little quiet library for now. I'm sure there's going to be like 200 drunk people in here as soon as they know that, that there's a bar.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. The quality of this show is going through the roof. The Backchannel higher ups are going to be so happy with us that we've got drunk people on a boat.
Well, yeah, I think what I'll probably do is I will probably, because I have learned from a specific Friday show a couple weeks ago when I lost power. Mm-hmm. I've learned I can run Restream on my phone. So if things start getting wacky, I'll probably do that and be on the move a little bit.
If there's any kind of singing or revelry, though, don't go anywhere. You stay right there and you cover it. And you get all the partying and drinking, but then people might start cursing. We can't have that. Yeah, moving around might not be the worst idea. All right, man, I got you. I'm gonna hope that this goes well as we make this next transition and get you set up and stuff. We'll be back in a moment. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and your Amazon supported devices. We come back and we do our community report. We'll be back in just a moment. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the drive with. Hey, hi there. I was talking ahead of myself. Sorry. Welcome back to the drive with Mario Smith. I am here in Chicago, Illinois, and Jay Bliss is in Fort Lauderdale, Florida today as he's getting ready to go on a trip. So we will talk to him in a little bit. And this week is going to be quite interesting because my right hand man is going to be gone. But we're going to have some super guest stars to run the show and to make sure that I don't screw this all up. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Rose has joined the stream along with Dylan, I think. Susan, Reed. What's happening, everybody? Rose is in California. Susan is also in Florida. Got some Florida folks today, Bliss, watching you do your thing.
Maybe they are on the boat. I don't know.
I'm saying maybe if you guys are, if anybody from Florida right now is on a boat and you see a handsome gentleman in a maroon sweater there, you can go talk to him. That's Jay Bliss. Buy him something nice, please. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, the drinks are expensive, so.
Oh, I bet they are. I bet they are expensive. That's all right though, man. This is cool. I like this. I'm a little nervous. Probably more nervous than I was when we were talking earlier. Only because I don't know if I'm gonna lose you all of a sudden. You're just like boat's taking off, dude. Peace. Screw you. I'm out.
I don't think that's how it's gonna work. I mean, we have the show running, so
yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. People see it.
I should be able to communicate with you. Even if my connection gets bad, I should be able to communicate with you. So.
And I mean, as you know, my phone is on, so
right.
Although I have it in the phone soap. Oh no, it's ready. You can take it out now. I got a phone soap. Can I show it? Nope, not enough room. Gotta have phone soap, bro. We live in a different world now. Don't want anything to happen to anybody. Okay. Where are we here? Let's see. All right, community report time. We've got someone that's in Texas. Who is that? Steve and Christian. Hey, you guys. That would be Nathan at Sometime C. Have you early voted yet, Nathan? I'm still waiting on folks to answer the chat question too. What did you do for Super Bowl Sunday? What did you make to eat? How did it go? Et cetera, et cetera. Monday, today, marks the first day of early voting in Texas for the March 1st primaries, in which voters will choose the candidates who will face off in the November 1st election. The Republican primaries for statewide office amount to a test of Donald Trump's hold on the party. The winner of the Republican primary in these races is a good bet to win the general election. No Democrat has won statewide for nearly 3 decades. The incumbents are brandishing their Trump endorsements to ward off challengers, some of whom are proud MAGA supporters. Governor Greg Abbott is facing challenges related to his handling of the pandemic from his right flank, including former state senator and DFW area businessman Don Huffines, and former state GOP chair Alan West, among others. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, embroiled in a series of investigations, is squaring off against Land Commissioner George P. Bush, nephew and grandson of the former presidents, former state Supreme Court Justice Eva Guzman, and far-right U.S. Representative Louis Gohmert. Agricultural Commissioner Sid Miller, whose right-hand man was recently indicted on felony theft charges, is being challenged by East Texas lawyer James White and another Republican. I'm shaking my head. Congressional, State House, and Travis County Commissioner seats are also among the long list of spots up for grabs. Here are some Austin area contested races that Axios and we will be watching. In the heavily Democratic 35th Congressional District, which takes in part of Travis County, there's the face-off between former Austin City Council member Greg Cesar and Texas House Representative Eddie Rodriguez. 7 candidates are vying to replace Rodriguez in Texas House District 51, which includes parts of Central and East Austin. They include lawyer Lulu Flores, data scientist Matt Worthington, state worker Cynthia Valdez-Mata, and progressive organizer Cody Arnn. Bridget Shea hopes to hold on to her Travis County Commissioner Precinct 2 seat against community organizer Bob Leibel. That's an interesting name, Leibel. And Margaret Gomez faces a challenge on her left from Duvalier School Board member Susanna Ledesma Woody. All right, if you're in Texas, please make sure you're registered to vote. The deadline to register is 30 days prior to an election, meaning if you're not yet registered, you'll have to vote with a provisional ballot. You can go over your party's ballots. Please do that. It's long. Travis County voters can find their personalized ballots on the Axios site. And if no candidate receives more than 50% of the vote, the top two vote getters will compete in a May 24th runoff. You've got to vote for the same party's runoff that you selected for the primary. Early voting runs from today until February 25th. This next story I think is nasty. Okay, the French fry lover in your life may go for this. They may go head over heels for this perfume. Looking for a last minute Valentine's Day gift? The French fry lover in your life may go head over heels for this. A new perfume from the Idaho Potato Commission. That's right, the Idaho Potato Commission purports to give off the aroma of French fries in all their greasy, salty splendor. Whether you're at a drive-through restaurant or dining in, it's near impossible to not grab a fry and take a bite before you dive into your meal, Jamie Higham, president and CEO of the Idaho Potato Commission, said in a statement. The smell is too good to resist. Dubbed Frites by Idaho, the limited edition fragrance was going for $1.89 per 1.7 ounce bottle on the commission's website before selling out. People are buying French fried scented perfume. I gotta ask. Right now, everybody on the chat, yes or no? Would you buy? Susan said, buy. Would you purchase French fried scented perfume? Yes or no? That's Amanda, Deborah, Verona, and Sonny, and Bella, and Nathan, and sometimes C, and J-Lo, and Cole, and Tay, and Hal, and Bentley, and Susan, and Steve, and Miss Pulliam, and Gary, and everybody. Would you, and I'm sorry I keep doing this, but there is something happening that's got my nose itching. Tay said, nope. We're going to talk about nope later, too. Would you buy French fried scented? Can you imagine going to, you pull up on your lady, hey, not even, you know what, we'll keep it 100. You pull up on your significant other, and you're like, how you doing? Listen, I've been thinking about you all day. I bought you this for Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And then they give you a bottle of French fried scented perfume. Are you nuts? Why would I want to do that to someone? Oh, I gotta be honest. It's made from distilled Idaho potatoes and essential oils. The commission cited a recent national survey by the firm Polefish that found nearly 90% of Americans find the smell of French fries irresistible. The Idaho Commission has additional potato merchandise available for those addicted to spuds, including a French fry holder, Idaho potato playing cards, a miniature potato hauling truck, and a 3-foot-tall Spuddy Buddy. Now, I gotta see what Spuddy Buddy looks like here. Oh my God, that's terrible. No, I don't think I want a Spuddy Buddy. No, I don't think I want my friend smelling like potatoes. Steve said no. I love Susan's response though. She's like, bye. Gary said, hell no. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey Mario.
Hey buddy. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, not yet, but I'm about to be. I'm gonna get on the move here. They're kicking me out for something. They got to get ready for something.
Well, go do your thing. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can handle it. I'll keep talking to you.
I'll see you in a minute. All right.
All right, cool. Gliss is gone. It's just me. Oh, the trouble I can get into. Yeah, there's no way I'm wearing French fried scented perfume, son. Or no way I'm gonna give it to somebody. No. There's a Florida man story here that's just horrible. But I'm also excited to hear what's gonna happen to Gliss. So we'll talk about this Western mega. No, you know what? Let me do this terrible one first. It's a Florida man story. Oh my goodness gracious. He did not get what he deserved. Florida man accused of throwing family's puppy against wall, blinding it, police say. They should have threw the... A Florida man was arrested. Oh, I don't know if I want to read this. Okay. All right. This is tough. A Florida man was arrested Friday after he allegedly threw a family's 14-week-old puppy against a wall while babysitting. The suspect, identified as Willie Earl Capehart, 62, was supposed to be watching the puppy and two children at a residence in the St. Petersburg area when the kids heard a loud bang and the sound of a door slamming from another room, according to St. Petersburg police. The children, Gliss, that sounds like you.
Oh, look at me, and my camera's on and everything.
I can't see you. Hold on, wait. Wait, you left again. Come back. He's gone. Let me know when you come back, Gliss. I don't know what happened. Are we still here? We're still here. Anyway, according to the arrest report, this is sad, man. I can't read this. They should throw him in jail for the rest of his life. Jerk. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Olivia. Hey, Roy. Diego. What up? What? Atlee. Welcome to everybody here joining us on the stream. It's good to see all of you. For real. I appreciate you all being here today. There's a lot of people. Good. Welcome to the show, man. I'm glad that you all are here. Finally, before we go back and find Gliss, wherever he may be, there is a study that finds the Western mega drought is the worst it's been in 1,200 years. Shrunk reservoirs, depleted aquifers, low rivers, raging wildfires. It's no secret that the Western U.S. is in a severe drought. New research published today shows how extreme the drought is. The Western U.S. and Northern Mexico are experiencing their driest period in at least 1,200 years, according to the new study published in the journal Nature Climate Change. The last comparable, though not as severe, multi-decade megadrought occurred in the 1500s when the West was still largely inhabited by Native American tribes. Today, the region is home to tens of millions of people, massive agricultural centers, and some of the fastest growing cities in the U.S., all in an area where there's less water available than there was in the past, partially due to human-caused climate change. We have a society that's relying on there being the amount of water there was in the 1900s, said the study's lead author, Park Williams, a bioclimatologist at the University of California, Los Angeles. But now, with the number of water molecules available to us declining, it really is time for us to get real about how much water there is for us to use. Williams looked at tree ring data from thousands of sites to conduct the research. The researchers sampled data collected from live trees, dead trees, and wood beams preserved at Native American archaeological sites. The tree rings gave Williams insight into drought events dating back to 800 AD, around the time Charlemagne was being crowned emperor of Rome. He identified 4 other mega droughts in that time period, the most notable being a 23-year drought that ended in the late 1500s. There were hopes during a wet 2019 that the current mega drought was following a similar pattern, Williams said. And then from summer 2020 through all of 2021, it was just exceptionally dry across the West, indicating that this drought is nowhere near done. Western water managers were again hopeful for a change at the beginning of this winter. In December, California's Sierra Nevada had record-breaking snowfall and big snowstorms blanketed the northern Rockies. But a hot, dry start to the year has since dropped snowpack levels to below average in many places. Lake Mead and Lake Powell, the country's 2 largest reservoirs, are filled at only about 1/3 of their total capacity. Communities, ranchers, and farmers have depleted groundwater stores to meet demands. Federal water managers declared the first ever water shortage along the Colorado River last year, triggering cuts to some of the river's 40 million users. It was a recognition that the hydrology that was planned for years ago, but hoped we would never see, is here. New world water make the tide ride high. If you know it, you know it. Water is a commodity we cannot afford to not have. Hey, there he is. He's on the telephone. What's up, Chris?
What's up, man? So it's loud out here, but I think the connection's actually better out here. As you can see, I'm like right in the middle of the ship. So
yeah,
there's a lot going on.
I see you. Well, I'm just glad that you're here. we're good so far still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good. Everything's running fine. So if I go off, then it's just me trying not to screw you up with a bad connection.
Got you. Cece has joined us, by the way. Cece, I don't know if it's he or she, also in Florida. I think there are a lot of people on your boat.
Might be. I mean, there's definitely a lot of people down here. In fact,
Yeah.
I can actually see my dad. I didn't realize he was out here.
Where is he?
He's down here in line. That's down there's the line for the first show at 7:30 in the big theater. So
Oh, he's ready to go.
he's like, yeah, he's probably 10th or 15th in line. So
Nice. We got to get him on camera before this is over today.
yeah, well, at the end I could go. It's going to be noisy, but I could go down there, and I'm supposed to go meet him in line after this. So
Okay. Cool. I am very excited about all of this is happening today. All right, I feel better now. We're good. Let's get ready to take a break, Bliss, and we come back with the headlines and all that in a bit. Oh, before we go, everybody's saying hi to you, by the way. Hi, Cece. How you doing? Leela has joined. Chris is on the stream as well. Chris is in Florida. Again, Florida. We're big in Florida.
it might be all these people seeing the show. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
What is he doing? Who's that guy he's talking to? Yeah,
I'm gonna find that.
Yeah, we must. Hey, if anybody is on this boat, I'm not kidding, and you're watching this, man, find my man Bliss. And
Yeah, come find me. Buy me a drink.
Yeah, dude, come on, we're on a boat, and get him some food, get him some drinks.
Yeah, I'm right down here. I'm down here by the Royal Theater on level 6.
Okay, that's
Bring me a drink.
That is very, very explicit information. Give my man Gliss a holler before you go off into your wild blue on your boat. All right, everybody, we're going to come back to the top of the hour. We got Super Bowl talk for sure and some entertainment news and things of that nature. We'll be back in a moment. It's The Drive with Mario Smith on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon supported devices. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to The Drive. We're on a bit of a weird thing happening here. For those of you who are just joining us in our second hour, welcome to Backchannel.tv. This is The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. My man Jay Gliss, who's normally in Portland. West would be that way, is south that way in Florida. He and his dad are on a trip together. Let's see if we can't get him on. What's up, Gliss?
What's up? I'm still
There
here.
he is. There he is. All right.
I wish you could hear the music on my end though when we go into those transitions, because it sounds like someone's just like destroying the record. It like goes really slow, then it speeds up, then it gets fast again.
It seems fine to me. I don't think we're having any
everything's
trouble.
running. I can run it by I know all these by ear now, so that's the good news.
Yeah. This is too much fun. I'm checking email to make sure we haven't gotten a what the hell are you two doing email from anybody at Backchannel yet. No,
I think we're good.
We're good. You know, if they send you an email, they're definitely going to send me an email too. But I'm glad that you're having a good time down in Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry this isn't the Super Bowl that you're covering or something, but You know, it's good to be with your pop, man. That's some cool stuff.
Absolutely.
You cannot get that time anywhere else, man. It is a good thing. Tay, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Dog has joined the show. I wonder if this is Dog from the Bounty Hunter thing.
Could
That
be.
would be that'd be cool. We got J Lo. I mean, you know,
And we did have Rihanna last week too.
we sure did. I was very excited about that. And let's go over our list of passengers, by the way. And if you would like to tell your friends, please backchannel.tv. They can also check us out on YouTube. You can check it out after the show is over on YouTube too. And subscribe to the backchannel.tv. I'm sorry I keep doing this. My chair, I'm feeling just exceptionally moving aroundish today. Nothing personal. I'm not having a moment. It's just, moving around. Which I shouldn't be doing. Amanda, Deborah, Verona, Sunny, Bella, Nathan, and sometimes C, J-Lo, Cole, Susan, Diego, Destiny, CC, Dog, Chris, Lila. I'm gonna say Lila because I think I said your name wrong. CC, Dennis, Olivia, everybody. Thanks so much, man, for joining the show. Truly appreciate it. Doing everything we can to make this work for you, and we're glad that you're here with us. The top stories at this hour: there's a sliver of hope in the diplomatic situation between the Kremlin and the Ukraine. The Kremlin says that, I'm sorry, the United States says that the Ukraine has pulled back on some of its demands with NATO, and that has attracted the attention of the Kremlin, the Russians, who are still willing to talk diplomatic talk, if you will. The trial for Ahmaud Arbery, the hate crime trial, the jury has been seated in that trial. It is scheduled to begin at some point this afternoon. And finally, in Canada, the protests along the U.S.-Canadian border are being. And the only reason I'm doing this is because my computer just did something. I'm going off of the mind. Those policies to the protest that shut down the bridge. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has signaled that he will use his emergency powers to reopen all the borders, and that would be an all-Canada emergency order. Those are the headlines at the top of the hour. Before we go into our entertainment news, which is Super Bowl heavy, Gliss is on a boat, and he's going to be at a concert tonight with Blue Oyster Cult and Deep Purple and a bunch of other really cool acts from like the 70s and 80s. And I am rather envious of you, not because you're on that boat, just because you're on the boat, but because that concert sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the 7:30 is what my dad's in line for. That's Deep Purple in the big theater. There's three stages. There's a large, basically like a concert venue. It's a theater, and then there's a stage on the pool deck at the top of the boat, and then there's like a smaller theater. So we're gonna be moving around a lot. There's shows going on like all day. I think some nights the last show I think is at like 1 a.m. Wow. So yeah, the boat will just keep rocking all night.
That's the rock boat. That's what that's called.
It is.
They're rocking.
So we're gonna do Deep Purple at 7:30. And then we may try to see Don Felder of the Eagles.
Nice.
At 8:30, he's actually related to my mom.
Really?
So we were going to try to touch base with him. His wife actually came to my wedding because my grandparents had they had their 60th anniversary the same weekend as my wedding. So
sweet.
His wife was actually at my wedding.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to try to see him, and then I think we're going to do the late show of Blue Oyster Cult tonight as well. So
that's a full night. And you sound much better than you did in our phone call this morning when I thought all hell had broken loose in your life. So I'm happy for you, and you're going to be off for the next few days, and we won't see you again until next week.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not getting rid of you yet.
I mean, I can always pop on if you guys want me to, but I'll be available. I just, we'll just be hanging out, watching music. And I think I'll probably, we'll probably do some shows in the daytime, but probably sticking mostly to the big shows in the evening. So
Sweet. Man, I'm happy for you, Blitz. Nice job. Well done. I know we're not doing a transition, but we're going to start our entertainment report right now. Can we do it under one transition?
we don't have that transition. No.
Okay. Well,
I've cleared out the folder for us so that everything is smooth for the producers that are going to be in my place this week. So
all-star producers, sir.
they are very good. Yes.
This is no joke. This is like, oh wow, I have to really make sure that I'm on time, that I'm sitting here ready to go. It'll be fun to interact with them. Well, I'm not going to tell anybody who it is yet, but it'll be fun. It's not Dr. Dre or overweight Snoop. Everybody call not overweight Snoop, overweight 50 Cent.
50 Cent. Overweight 50 Cent hanging upside down. That was really awkward.
Yeah, it was weird because I forgot about the whole upside down thing with the video.
Right.
And then I'm like, what the hell? Who is that 50 Cent? And I'm looking at him.
Yeah, like what's that guy doing?
Big man. Is he gonna be okay upside down? Yeah. I still don't understand why he was up there. I mean, I kind of do understand, but should have been Ice Cube. But that's another story. Dr. Dre and company took the weight of the hip-hop culture on the Super Bowl stage, shouldered the pressure from skeptics, and delivered a strong halftime show to prove that edgy rap can work at the world's biggest sporting events. All it took was hip-hop's most controversial figures and one knee taken by music's most prominent white rapper. Wow. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar were headliners, along with 50 Cent as a special guest at the Super Bowl halftime show Sunday. Their collective performance is one of the best since Beyonce and Bruno Mars' halftime set in 2016. Stop right there. That was a good one in 2016. But I might remind everyone that Prince was still alive and performed at the Super Bowl between the Colts and the Bears that the Bears lost. That was the greatest halftime show ever. Thank you very much.
I agree.
The Mary J, the Beyonce Bruno Mars one was good. I was very angry that those women were on the field in their heels, digging into that turf that game was played on. That is the Colin Kaepernick Super Bowl game that the 49ers lost.
Yeah.
Each performer offered their own element. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Lamar brought their West Coast flavor. Blige, known as the Queen of Hip Hop Soul, sang and danced her heart out. 50 Cent hit the musical rewind button within the club. Some people were calling him 75 Cent after the performance.
That's not right.
Oh, it's funny though. When Eminem's turn came, he performed a couple of his hits, starting with "Forgot About Dre" with Anderson .Paak playing the drums, which I really love the fact that he was there.
Oh, I love Anderson .Paak. Yeah. No, that was good.
He seemingly defied the NFL by kneeling after performing "Lose Yourself," though the league says it knew it would happen. So I want to here's the deal. There was this apparently a problem. I'll just read it to you. Super Bowl, here we go. The halftime performance, but the NFL didn't just get these hip hop stars to perform for free. In fact, this year it's costing Dre money, even though he's got no new album or tour to promote. I'm told, or the gentleman that wrote this was told that the hip hop legend and beats electronics mogul, who is from Los Angeles, has put up most of the $7 million budget himself and brought an extra SoFi Stadium box for friends to watch. This is the once in a lifetime opportunity, which goes where I heard people saying that they didn't get paid. And Mary J. Blige said something about she did it for exposure. In any event, the NFL told Eminem, once they got wind of him wanting to take a knee, don't do that. Eminem said, I'm definitely taking a knee. And he did. And then the NFL kind of just went, we knew it was going to happen. I got to say, if we're being honest with each other, how in the hell is that cool? And you just go, we knew he was going to do it. When Colin Kaepernick told you what he was going to do too. And then that wasn't cool? I don't know. I don't get it.
It doesn't look good for the NFL, that's for sure.
Along with the pandering with Mary singing Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is a beautiful song, but has no place in a sporting event, and the NFL is doing it because they were pandering. And it is nothing outside of what it was, which was pandering. I felt more offended hearing the song than I feel like when I normally hear it. I was like, why? Why are you all doing this? I love Mary Mary, and particularly Left Mary. I think she's single. She was really good looking yesterday. Mary Mary looked great, but that one, whoa. But there's no reason. That's pandering. Anyway, Dre, a prolific producer, kicked off the performance standing behind a sound table on top of a makeshift White House. He introduced Snoop Dogg wearing a blue bandana outfit, who performed a few classics such as, this was the most gang bangiest Super Bowl halftime in history. If you know, you know. Wearing a blue bandana outfit, which performed a few classics, or who performed a few classics such as the next episode of California Love. Afterwards, Snoop Dogg yelled out, "West Coast, make some noise." The rapper's statement showed their unabashedly attempt to deliver a remarkable view of Southern California music, especially the lowrider cars posted on stage. Like in the club music video, 50 Cent began his set upside down wearing a white tank top. Blige appeared on a rooftop with a slew of dancers jamming to her classic melodies, Family Affair, then performed No More Pain. Her set seamlessly went to the black suit wearing Lamar, who was joined by other black men sporting same outfits as him. Really? Who wrote this? This is garbage. After Eminem's performance, all six joined together as Dre rapped Still Dre. Their closing act had an array of dancers dressed in khaki outfits. The six legendary performers, particularly Dre and Snoop Dogg, performed the clean versions of their songs for the PG crowd. It initially felt kind of weird at first because there were several instances when an expletive word was replaced by a safer one. These are people who never look. Start reading this right now. Everybody, if you don't know, here's the deal. Hey Donna, hey Raven, hey everybody, hey Miles, hey Victoria. Here's the deal. And hey, Menu's in Florida as well. Here's the deal. Back in the day when NWA was a group, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Yellow Boy, MC Ren, and I'm missing somebody. Oh my God, Mario, come on, man, come on, Eazy-E. Woo. When NWA was a group, they recorded two versions of everything. There was an explicit version and a version for the radio. That's how they got radio airplay. Why is that guy surprised that they didn't? I swear to God, people want us to act a fool, and then when it doesn't happen, it's like, oh, I can't believe they didn't do that. Of course, you should believe it. These people all who are on that stage are worth millions of dollars individually and collectively, probably billions of dollars. Why would they ruin any future anything for your enjoyment, morons? Anybody check out the Super Bowl ads? They were good. Gliss, what was your favorite one?
So I actually didn't get to see a lot of the ads because, we were flying. So like I did have the game on at the beginning. Like I was watching the pregame on the airplane, but it didn't have sound most of the time. I was just kind of watching what was going on. So I actually missed a lot of the ads. I'm going to have to go back and watch. I heard that there was some pretty good ones.
Well, among them was a ad from Chevrolet for the Silverado, and it featured Jamie Lynn Sigler, who played Meadow. Meadow Soprano was in the car or in the truck, and then they started playing the music for the Sopranos, and I'm like, oh wow, that's Jersey, and it was awesome. One of my favorite ones. The other one that I like, though, I don't know if people really like it or not, but it was the commercial for Coinbase, and it used the QR code that it was like a screensaver, and it didn't have any words, didn't have nothing like it was just a screensaver. I thought that was brilliant. They also gave away a bunch of Bitcoin yesterday too. Another one, the Larry David commercial for FTX was very good. The Austin Powers one I liked. The commercial that the NFL did, and Gary just said that, the commercial that the NFL did right before the halftime show was outstanding. Super good commercial. It had Walter Payton in it. Rest in peace, Walter. There were a bunch of good ones yesterday. Jim Carrey did a Cable Guy one. That was kind of cool. Let's see. Who else? There was some pretty decent ones yesterday. I'm trying to. The avocado from Mexico commercial now seems very ironic. Anna Kendrick, that might be the best one. The Barbie's Dream House commercial, I like that. And T-Mobile reunited two of the stars of Scrubs. Zach Braff and Donald Faison were in a commercial. So there's a drink called Liquid Death that's water, but it looks like it's in a beer can, and it had a whole bunch of kids like drinking and passing out and stuff. And it was weird. And then the weirdest commercial is the Uber Eats one, where they're eating pencils and makeup and drinking dish soap, and the government had to issue a warning the second time they aired the commercial. You don't eat dish soap. I just want to tell people, if you're eating dish soap, you got a problem bigger than you previously knew. You need help. No one should eat dish soap.
I actually did see that one. Yeah, that was very odd.
To say the least. To say the least. Real quick, Trevor Noah is going to headline the White House Correspondents' Dinner. That should be a very, very interesting affair. It's going to. He's also hosted the Grammy Awards this year, Trevor Noah. Cool. The White House dinner is always fun. And finally, as we get ready to go into our break, did you see the trailer for Moon Knight? Apparently, Disney Plus has plans on making this really, really loud Moon Knight. The comic, if you aren't familiar with Moon Knight, you should probably go back and find it and try to read it. Moon Knight is going to take the Marvel Cinematic Universe in even a darker direction. In a new interview with Empire Magazine, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige says that Oscar Isaac's Vigilante is physically brutal as a fighter, and that the show will mark a tonal shift from what has been previously released on Disney Plus. It's been fun to work with Disney Plus and see the boundaries shifting on what we're able to do, he told the magazine. There are moments in the series when Moon Knight is wailing on another character, and it is loud and brutal, and the knee-jerk reaction is, we're going to pull back on this, right? But Feige promises that the camera and focus won't recoil from the violence. We're not pulling back. There's a tonal shift. This is a different thing. So you may want to put a little warning on your shorties if they're trying to watch Moon Knight, which is going to premiere on Disney Plus on March 30th of this year. And that's a look at entertainment news. We're going to come back and talk sports. Plenty of Super Bowl reactions from this game that I thought the Bengals were going to win, and they didn't. We've got Olympic news and a little stuff about Adrian Peterson getting arrested yesterday as well. It's The Drive with Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv, YouTube, and on your Amazon-supported devices. Everybody that's watching in the chat, don't leave. Alex and Evan and Donna and Raven and Menu and everybody, please stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment here on Backchannel.tv. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. Thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. There's another one that I didn't mention, a movie I'm not going to go see, and it's aptly titled Nope by Jordan Peele. And you no, I will not. I don't know what the hell's going on in that movie. You saw the trailer. There was a lot of nightmare fuel in last night's commercials too. I'm good.
I got to see that one. I got to see that.
No, hell no, no.
I'm a big horror fan, and I love his work. All the movies he's done.
Hey man, he's the new Hitchcock, if you ask me. Or
He
even
is.
better,
He is.
he's like Rod Serling. He's a bad man, but he couldn't have named a movie a better way. Is Mario Smith going to see it? No,
Right.
not at all. Heck, no way.
I'm definitely gonna have to check. I'll check it out for you.
Thanks, because I ain't doing it. Nope. Man, when I saw that the name of the movie was Nope, I hollered. I was like, perfect. That is the best name ever.
No. I'm glad you let me know ahead of time.
Right. That means Mario shouldn't go see that. No, absolutely not. I don't even know what the synopsis of the movie is and don't care. Nope. Super Bowl 56 has came and gone. Thank God. Football season's over for like a day, and then they'll pick it up tomorrow to talk about the draft and things like that. The draft is like 10 weeks away. There are a lot of backstories. Is Aaron Donald going to retire? Is Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams, going to retire? Aaron Donald played an amazing football game, and when it was time for him to show up, he showed up. He showed up. And Gary, nope, I don't watch horror movies. So I don't know what happened to Get Out. I didn't see This Is Us. None of that. Nope, not me. Again, he couldn't have named a movie better name. Nope.
Get Out is particularly good. I believe that was nominated for Best Picture that year.
It was. He should have won.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good or not, but it should have. I just wasn't watching it. I did. I would be lying. I did see some of it until I was like, yeah, I'm out. I got out. That's what it's. Another great movie title by Jordan Peele. Get Out. Yep. This is. Yep. Get Out. Mario's getting out. And I got out where I was.
Yeah, at least, I mean, I guess that's the good thing is he warns you that, this is not something you should be watching.
It's like he's talking specifically to me. A friend of mine is in Candyman, a movie that he executive produced.
So that's the only one I haven't seen.
Saw the first one. I'm good on that.
I saw the first one. Yeah, I saw the first one when I was a kid, and I made my little brother watch it, and he had nightmares for probably, I don't know, 10 years or something like that.
Best Big Brother move ever. Look at you.
But yeah, I have not seen the new Candyman. I got it. It's on my list of things to watch because, like I said, his horror work is awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna need him to get back with Key and give me some comedy because this horror crap, I'm good. No. That C stands for see you later. As soon as that movie comes on, I'm gone. I am not messing around. But the observations about the Super Bowl, I don't know how much you were able to see, Jiggles, but it was a very good game. It was a good game until it wasn't. And I think for me, when the referees who did not call, like on the sidelines, they had a whole WWE wrestling match going, not a flag.
Right.
And then there was a hold on the 1 yard line that they could have not called, and it would have been fine. At the same time that they called that holding play, the whole offensive line of the Rams was offsides. They didn't call that. They didn't call the face mask when Jalen Ramsey got his head snapped around. Could have called that. And you know, I saw the referees that were in the game. They claimed to put together an all-star team of referees. And as soon as I saw the head referee, I was like, okay, I know that at some point he wants to be on TV so bad, and he's going to get his chance to be on television. So it was, I wanted the Bengals to win. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. And as the day grew on, after watching 65,000 hours of Super Bowl coverage, I really wanted the Bengals to win. But the Rams, man, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp and Aaron Donald. Because I don't think Matthew Stafford did much to excite me. But Aaron Donald and Aaron Donald, having him on your team?
I mean, that he made the play of the game. And they did make the plays to win at the end. They deserved to win. But like you said, the problem I had was they weren't calling it all game. So you got to be, you have to be consistent. Don't insert yourself into the game in the most critical moments. Like, I mean, as soon as those couple penalties at the end, it was like, well, this is over. Like, LA is going to score here. They're at the 2-yard line or something like that. It was like, well, this is about, granted, there was still a little bit of time for Cincinnati, but, you kind of knew at that point. And it's unfortunate when you see that at the end of the game. You just want consistency. And if you're not going to call stuff all game, don't call ticky-tacky plays at the end of a Super Bowl that, sways the outcome.
That holding call had me so angry. That's when I kind of lost interest. I'm like, okay, man, you didn't have to call that. That was bad. And then to know that there was the whole offensive line was offsides. I'm like, yo, man, referees got themselves in a game, and the Rams are going to win. And then he started Aaron Donald's pointing at his ring finger. I'm like, come on. There's a play. I think the last offensive play for the Bengals, Jamar Chase was open because Ramsey fell.
Right.
He was another second to see him. We'd be talking about the Bengals winning the Super Bowl today. But overall, if we're talking just strictly the game, not the pomp and circumstance, everything seemed to go well. The NFL has put out a product that in this playoff run, the last 8 games were all decided by 3 points. That's crazy. And the game before that was decided by a touchdown, by 7 points.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the best. I mean, outside of the wild card weekend was pretty much a dud, but outside of that, one of the great playoffs I can remember.
Cannot argue with what the NFL is doing. I can't wait though for baseball now, because I don't want to be burdened with having to talk about football every day for the next 10 weeks until the draft comes.
Right.
I think the other thing that the NFL needs to do in whatever offseason that they have is stop pandering and really consider that if McVay quits, for example, Raheem Morris is slated to be the guy that moves up in the Rams organization to become coach. They've got to fix that. Their workplace isn't diverse at all. It's got to be diverse. That is Roger Goodell's legacy. If he is willing to try to pull that off, that's how he will be remembered. He'll be remembered as a commissioner that made the NFL diverse. Because right now it's not, and it's just not. So yeah, the epitaph Super Bowl 56 was awesome. I guess if you live in Cincinnati, it probably isn't awesome, and you're probably like, "What the hell happened?" Hey Jack, how you doing? Welcome to the show. And it's very hard to really. I just wanted the Bengals to win. I'm a guy that likes the underdog. I want to win. There's some Olympic news. Russian teenager Kamila Valieva has been declared cleared to compete in the women's figure skating competition in the Winter Olympics, despite failing a pre-games drug test, setting her up for an attempt at a second gold medal. Hey, Gliss, remember Sha'Carri Richardson?
Yes, I do.
Didn't she fail a drug test too?
Yes, she did.
They wouldn't let her run, did they?
No, they did not.
Yeah, she's gonna skate on the ice. So whoever skates with her won't get a medal ceremony because they're gonna let her skate.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I don't either, man. I'm like, what? And I don't think I think Sha'Carri Richardson has a lot to learn. I think she has a little bit of she has to learn how to be a little bit more diplomatic in some ways, and
right.
Just so she can be able to get around. I'm not saying that she should change her style. I think the hair and the nails and all that is awesome. I think though that she has to be willing to do some things for herself so that she can stay in the room and stay in the conversation. But she should have been able to run if the precedent was set with Sha'Carri Richardson. So what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And this girl is 15 years old. She'll be in the Olympics again. Anyway, Olympic history was made last night at the 2022 Winter Olympics, right after the Super Bowl. The U.S.'s Kaylee Humphries and Alana Myers-Taylor became the first women ever to medal gold and silver, respectively, at the inaugural Olympic monobob event. Canada's Christine de Bruin won bronze. The Team USA teammates were behind the push to get the women's monobob added to the 2022 Winter Olympics. Humphreys said this achievement opens the door for other young girls and women. The women before me have allowed this to happen, and I want to make sure that and I want to make sure that continues for all future generations. Myers Taylor called it historic. This is not the first time Humphreys and Myers Taylor have shared the podium. The duo have medaled 3 prior times in the two-woman bobsled event going back to the 2010 Vancouver Games. The Beijing Winter Games are their 4th appearance at the Olympics. This is Humphreys' first Olympics representing Team USA. The 36-year-old previously competed and medaled for Canada, but left following a harassment complaint against the country's bobsled and skeleton team. She previously won gold for Team Canada in the two-woman bobsled event in 2010 and 2014, and bronze for the same event at the 2018 Olympics. The 37-year-old Myers Taylor won silver for the U.S. in 2018 and 2014 and won bronze at the 2010 Vancouver Games. Also, for the two-woman bobsled event, Humphreys was the favorite leading into the competition after winning the 2021 World Championship for monobob in Altenburg, Germany. Myers Taylor was running 4th going into Monday's competition, but by executing the fastest start time of the final round, 5.62 seconds, she bypassed Canada's De Bruin. A final run placed her right behind Humphreys with a total time of 4 minutes, 20.81 seconds. Myers Taylor's achievement is even more notable given she nearly lost out on the chance to participate at these Olympics entirely. She tested positive for COVID-19 shortly after arriving in Beijing and was placed in isolation. She finally tested negative after days spent in her hotel room. Right on. Congratulations to them both. Go USA in these Olympics, which are kind of ending soon. Home has joined the stream, and Home says, I love you. Heard. Love you too, Home. Or were you talking to Gliss? Which one of us are you talking to? I have to get a ruling on that. I don't know. Were they talking to you, Gliss?
Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh. Did they move you again?
Headphone difficulties. I have no, they didn't move me. I figured since I'm mobile, I might as well come back to the room and see how my internet seems to be okay in here. So
I think you're good.
And then I'll get back on the move at the very end.
Right. Exactly.
Because I gotta go meet my dad for he's waiting for me.
Okay.
He's drinking something. He's drinking something down there too. I don't know what it is, but
might we need to check out early today?
No, we should be good.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
It just might if I'm on the screen at the end, it just might be a little bit louder. So just beware if you're going to me, it might be a little bit louder because I'm going to be down on the main level the last 5 minutes or so.
Okay, that's fair. What else are we doing here? James Harden is out of the All-Star game because of his hamstring strain. 76ers announced today that superstar guard James Harden will miss the team's final 2 games before the All-Star break. That's tomorrow against the Celtics at home and Thursday in Milwaukee against the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks, as well as the All-Star game in Cleveland this weekend. I thought for sure he was going to start playing tomorrow. I did not see him missing a game at all once he got traded. Gonzaga returns to his number 1 spot for the 3rd stint of 21-22. Go Gonzaga, the Zags. I wonder if they're going to let John Stockton back in. He gets a chance to. The Canadiens traded top line winger Toffoli to the Calgary Flames. And there is basketball action tonight. The Spurs take on the Chicago Bulls at the United Center here in Chicago. That is a 8 p.m. Eastern time start. The Trailblazers take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Also at 8 p.m. start, the Rocket against the Jazz tonight. And the Blackhawks in hockey. The Blackhawks take on the Winnipeg Jets. What else we got here? Hold on. I'm going through this. I apologize. Okay. The other commercial I like, by the way, that I didn't get to mention was the one that was like the Big Lebowski with Peyton Manning and Jimmy Butler and Serena playing the Jesus. That was pretty cool too. I like that. Free agent NFL running back Adrian Peterson was arrested yesterday at Los Angeles International Airport following an apparent domestic violence incident with his wife, Ashley Peterson, authorities said. A spokesperson for the Petersons told NBC News on Monday the incident, a private misunderstanding, and that the couple was arguing over Ashley Peterson's wedding ring. The Los Angeles Airport Police said the department received a call around 8:30 a.m. local time regarding a potential domestic violence incident on a flight that was leaving LAX for Houston, according to an NFL News release. I don't understand, my man, why. This is like the second time that he's done something like this. I don't. I'm trying to understand him, but I don't. I don't get that. At some point, you got to get some help, bro. You beat up your kids, and now you're beating up your woman. I just don't have room in my person for someone that hits a woman. I guess you call me old fashioned. I don't dig it. I think that is a coward's way out. And it's really hard for me to understand that. I just don't understand that. I got some news from Major League Baseball, and then we're going to go into our final break of the show. More than 2 months after the MLB lockout began on December 2nd, pardon me, it seems like very little progress has been made toward a new collective bargaining agreement. So what exactly is going on between the owners and the players during baseball's work stoppage? Not much. The latest, an MLBPA player rep is talking about where negotiations stand at the moment. And it's Andrew Miller, former Chicago Cub, current St. Louis Cardinal. The scheduled start of spring training is a week away, yet owners continue to lock out the players. With the sides unable to settle on a new collective bargaining agreement, the parties are talking, but progress has been slow, very slow. One of those in the room during negotiations is 36-year-old free agent reliever Andrew Miller, one of 8 players on the executive board of the Major League Baseball Players Association. He says we're in a lockout, which we don't have to be. The owners have decided to use that as a form of leverage against us. We aren't allowed in the facilities or can communicate with coaches, so the lockout is a separate story. But we are negotiating the collective bargaining agreement. Nobody has taken the ball and run home. Ideally, we get to a deal, but that portion, the lockout of the situation, is controlled by ownership. And this looks like this is going to be a thing for a while. And hopefully, what happens is before the players get their first check, which would be opening day, that this is not an issue anymore. And they get at least 3 weeks of spring training and hopefully avoid any crazy injuries at the beginning of the season, or they delay the start of the season to get a full spring training and then baseball. So let's hope. And that's sports. Let's take a look at some other things that are happening, other stories. We talk about coronavirus and respiratory diseases and things like that. And a timely reminder that respiratory infections are not a modern malaise, researchers have found the first evidence of such an affliction in a dinosaur that lived 150 million years ago. Paleontologists made the discovery when they found unusual broccoli-like growths in several of the fossilized neck bones from a diplodocid? What? Diplodocid? A huge long-necked herbivore that walked the earth in the late Jurassic period. Scientists converged comparing detailed CT scans to protrusions found in modern birds with respiratory infections in modern birds. The conclusion, Dolly would have, that's the animal's name, would have been very much like a sick person, coughing, sneezing, experiencing a fever, and out of it. No matter which team you cheered for, chances are you had a chicken wing in your hand at some point, or at least you wish you did. Costs for producers, shipping, and general supply chain issues have caused disruptions in some of our favorite foods like chicken wings. The Castaway Sports Bar in Orlando anticipated a need for 6,000 chicken wings for Super Bowl Sunday. Problem was their suppliers could only provide 2,000. Livestock economist Dr. David Anderson says not only is the cost of producing chickens up like everything else, as well as ongoing shipping problems, but it also comes down to big business. The biggest customers are taken care of first, leaving small local businesses like Castaway Sports Bar receiving only part of what they order. On this day in NBA history in 1966, Wilt Chamberlain set the NBA scoring record of 20,884 points in 7 seasons. That's crazy. That's crazy. In 1991, the Academy Award-winning film Silence of the Lambs made its premiere, and in 1971, Richard Nixon, then president of the United States, installed a secret taping system in the White House. Today's birthdays, my man, rapper, actor Ice-T, 64 years old. Gliss, Ice-T is 64.
I know. I actually had to double. Like when I saw it, when I put that on the rundown there, I was like, "Is that accurate? Can he really be that old?" But he is. That's pretty crazy.
He also issued a warning. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
So he issued a warning on Twitter. He said, if you're traveling to Los Angeles this weekend, remember there are 33,000 registered gang members in Los Angeles. Kids, be careful. Something to that effect. He essentially was warning all the tough people, don't be tough in South Central at the South Central Super Bowl. That's awesome. In 1960, former Football Hall of Famer Jim Kelly of the Buffalo Bills. It's his birthday today, and he was born at 60. Wow, he's 62. See, that's scary, man. I'll be 55 this summer. And Alshon Jeffrey, whatever. He's 32. His birthday's today too. Whatever, man. In 1987, Bon Jovi hits #1 on the U.S. Top 40 chart, and they stayed there for 4 weeks with Living on a Prayer. The video was recorded at the old UIC Pavilion, downtown Chicago. In 1996, Prince marries backup singer Maite Garcia. And in 1997, Alanis Morissette's album Jagged Little Pill is certified platinum for the 15th time. That's a great album, man. One of my favorite albums. I love Alanis Morissette. Did you know that you will find 41 light bulbs in the average American home? I did a count. I don't have 41. I'm not average. 5 in 6 Americans under the age of 18 have never used a postage stamp. Wow. That used to be the way. My aunt used to send me letters. My aunt May in Shaker Heights, Ohio, used to send me letters. Like, just, hey, how you doing, kid? Letters. 5% of wedding guests say they will never use the wedding registry to pick a gift, while over 40% say they always do. I do not use the wedding registry. I buy you something like a toaster, or I get you some money. Here you go. You kids need this money. 14% of people believe that owning a cute dog makes them more attractive to the opposite sex. 60% of women over 35 say telling them they look younger is the biggest compliment they can receive. Ladies on the chat, is that true? Is that the biggest compliment that you can receive? Chris says, I have a lot of light bulbs. Home is here too. Home is in New Jersey. Home says, I love you. And I know I said that already. I just cannot believe that that's on there, but all right. And Background has joined the stream as well. Chris is in Ohio. Chris, you feeling okay today? Super Bowl hangover and all that stuff? I hope so, man. I was really pulling for you guys to win. I promise you I was. I really was. Well, you know what? When we come back, I have a story that's going to make you feel good, Chris, and make everybody feel good, too. It is our front of mind story of the day. Something to take with you as you hang out with the fam later on. You're watching The Drive on Backchannel.tv with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith. We'll be back in a moment here on Backchannel.tv. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's The Drive with Mario Smith. I'm Mario Smith here on Backchannel.tv. We appreciate you all being here with us today. We hope that you will come back and join us again tomorrow as we plan on having another riveting program. I will be joined by producer Travis tomorrow, I do believe. It'll be my first time working with him. That'll be fun. We will have plenty to talk about. We will deliver the show as we always do. And thank you again for being here today on The Drive. How many of you guys play Wordle? And every morning. That's how I get started. Well, a Chicago area grandmother had a habit of sending her daughter a Wordle game every morning. When she didn't send a game on February 6th, her family knew something was wrong. Denise Holt, who is 80, had woken up to a real-life nightmare the night before. A naked stranger had crept into her bedroom with scissors in his hand. He was covered in blood, Holt told our CBS affiliate here in Chicago, CBS Chicago. Quote, I was in shock, she told the station of the 17-hour ordeal. I was trying to survive, that's all. She stayed calm when the man got in next to her, in her bed. She was even ordered to take a shower with him, then a bath, all while wearing her nightgown. Holt said he told her he had cut himself while breaking into the house, leaving a trail of blood. She and the man went around the house while he disconnected her phones. He took 2 knives from my kitchen. He told me he liked those. She said, I didn't think I was going to live. After forcing her into a windowless bathroom in the basement, Holt said he barricaded the door with a chair. To pass the time, she began to do exercises, marching and stretching as much as she could. Her daughter, more than 2,000 miles away in Seattle, was worried after she noticed her mother had not read her text and did not play their daily game. Quote, I didn't send my daughter a Wordle in the morning, and that was disconcerting to her, Holt said. So Meredith Holt Caldwell called Lincolnwood Police requesting a welfare check. I never thought in a million years this is what was happening, but it was, Holt Caldwell told CBS Chicago. Officers responded to the home at 9:40 p.m., and following an hours-long standoff, a SWAT team took the suspect into custody using a stun gun. Holt was taken to safety and was physically unharmed, according to police. Police believe the suspect, identified as 32-year-old James H. Davis III, has mental issues. He's now facing felony charges, including home invasion, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated assault, CBS Chicago reports. Holt's family hopes people learn from the ordeal, namely the importance of staying in close touch with loved ones. I'm very lucky, Holt told CBS Chicago. So there it is, Wordle. I have it on my phone. I play it every day in case it goes down. I have one person I send my Wordle to every morning. I know you guys can't see this on the screen, but here it is. This is my Wordle. At least this is how it starts. And then
I knew you'd like that story.
Oh yeah, I love this game. Today's Wordle was hard. Oh my God. I called my friend who I send a Wordle every morning to her. And I'm like, hey, look, I give up. I cannot play this game anymore. She's like, you got to stick it out. And I did. And the word was ridiculous. So, hey, Wordle, save that woman's life. See that? Wordle. All right. My man, I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to get in line with your dad. Hey, can we see your dad real quick?
Yeah, I'll be down there in just in about, I don't know, 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm on the move. I'm on the move right now. That way.
You're
I'm on the main promenade here.
Oh, nice. Look at you. People are probably going, what the hell is going on?
Probably. No, I've gotten a couple weird looks, but that's okay.
Oh, here's one thing while you're walking. 60% of women over 35. Oh, no, never mind. I read that. The average consumer scrolls 300 feet on a mobile device on a daily basis. That's the equivalent to 5 miles in a year. That is crazy. That's crazy. That was a show today. Hey, you know what? Don't forget to hang out with us in the morning. We start our broadcast day at 6 a.m. Eastern with Haley and Allison on Backchannel.tv, and then it's Liv Harrison at 10. Jam and Renee, our buddies Jam and Renee at 10 a.m. Eastern. Sir Anthony Davis at noon Eastern time, my Pal Hal. your Pal Hal, our Pal Hal, but he's my Pal Hal. That's at 2 Eastern. And then it's the drive with me and Gliss. Although this week, Gliss is on assignment. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Rosemary. Hey, Renee. Thank you all so much for being here today. Deborah's in North Carolina, and she's a new person to our show here. And so is Deborah. Thank you both for being with us today. We all truly appreciate all of your patronage. I'm just waiting on my man Gliss to meet up with his dad.
So my dad can't hear you.
Hey, there you go.
How you doing?
How you doing?
We're starting to get fired up here. Pink purple.
So
I
yeah,
see.
he's getting ready. He has a beer in hand.
Deep purple, baby. Smoke on the water.
That's right.
Oh, that's gonna be so
right.
cool when they do it. When they do smoke, that's gonna be awesome. Hey man, look,
Yes.
I am gonna let you get to your event here. Thank you for holding it down, man. Have a great vacation, Gliss.
Of course. And I will. I'll definitely be talking to you tomorrow morning. So
That'll work, man. I'll talk to you in the morning.
cool.
Right on, Gliss. Thank you, everybody. Amanda and Deborah and Verona and Sunny and Bella and Nathan and sometimes C and J-Lo and Cole at home and background and Chris and Steve and everybody that watches Backchannel.tv and watches this show in particular. We thank you so much for being a part of our program today. As the sun sets in Chicago, Illinois, my name is Mario Smith. We thank you all for watching Backchannel.tv. Please rejoin us at 6 a.m. Eastern Time for more of Backchannel.tv. Until we meet again, peace.